happy, right? You know, even with all the chaos and everything he has on his shoulders, he is just so happy that all of us are at the lake house. That gives him such joy.
Naomi, I heard that your grandfather was a little nervous to run. He didn't necessarily want to put all of you through another campaign, and you knew that.
Yeah.
And so you called a family meeting.
Yes.
Talk to us about that meeting.
I'm laughing because I would have taken much better notes about what happened at this meeting if I knew that this is where we'd end up and he'd run and win. I think my pop is so protective, and he would never ever do anything if he thought that it would hurt us. And I think it was very difficult for him because we've been through a million campaigns, but this was a campaign that wasn't like any other campaign. And I think it was actually little Hunter, right, who showed him something on his phone, some like tabloid story about the family, but then basically said to him, like, we know about these sort of things. We know it's going to be bad, but we have each other and we know the truth, and like we will be okay. Mm-hmm. And so I think he came out of that meeting feeling a little bit more comforted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And look, we're still standing.
Why was it so important to all of y'all that he run?
Well, I think we shared that urgency that the rest of the country was feeling, that he needed to get into the race because he was the only person that could beat Donald Trump. And I think we knew that, and we knew that we could sacrifice a little for the greater good of the country. So, yeah.
I mean, this was a campaign like no other, like you mentioned. And what was it like to be part of it?
Well, I mean, you've done so many campaigns, so you know, but it really, we started in Iowa and ended up on Zoom. So it was like a whirlwind, but it was really fun. We got to go all over the country, and we were saying it was actually really fun because we got to spend so much time with our grandparents when we otherwise probably we would be busy in school and sports. So it was a good excuse to be together as a family. We had the opportunity to be even more involved because of social media and the nature of just online campaigning, which was so new, and we've never done that before. So it was really weird, but it was really cool.
I feel like we had something to show them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, do you all say, like, oh, by the way, this is TikTok? Or
Natalie is like,
I always show him has like 1 million followers on TikTok.
So do you say, Natalie, are you like pop? And
yeah, well, he usually, whenever I talk about my TikTok, he gets so scared. Like,
TikTok
brings up a nerve in him.
Well, we tried to explain Instagram to him right when it was coming out, and he was like, I don't understand why you would post it to 500 people. If you want to show someone a picture, just send it to them. And we were like, no, you don't get it.
More about, like,
and then all night until like 3 a.m, we were all getting pictures that he was sending to us to prove a point. Like,
yeah, was that in Thanksgiving in Nantucket?
Yeah, he loves taking pictures and printing them. We probably have like 100 photos.
It's the best.
That's what he did.
We used to get so annoyed.
Yeah.
Even since little, but we have tons. I am so grateful. We are so grateful to have all of these pictures documenting.
Like 100 photo books.
My grandmother loved to take pictures too, and she would print like the paper.
Wait. That's what Dad, all right, he got a printer. So we would be to have a birthday party, and he would, before you go out the door, he's giving you prints, right? He would love to print them and give them to all of us.
I got him a Polaroid for Christmas this year.
Oh, nice.
Good
That's a good gift.
Yeah.
Natalie, talk about your Thanksgiving tradition.
Well, Thanksgiving, I think, is all of our favorite holiday because we usually go to Nantucket, but Maisie and I and my grandpa and my uncle and my dad, we used to do the polar bear plunge in Nantucket in November.
And it would always be crazy because they would have to bring all of the divers and the swimmers for Secret Service for my pop, and it's like me and Natalie and him holding hands, like sprinting into the water with like 70 local Nantucket.
And there would always be like 3 people at the beach because it was like a public thing that would just have like a bunch of Joe Biden hats. And that was so funny. It was the best.
Talk to me, Naomi, what are you most excited about?
I'm most excited, I think, to see what my Nan and Pop are going to do. I mean, they are so excited. They have so many plans, and it's just a time in their lives and our lives and in America where we have the opportunity to do so much and to do things differently. You know, I think everybody is realizing that a lot of the way old things were going wasn't working. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited that they'll be just, you know, a few miles away from my apartment so I can go steal some free food from the kitchen.
Family dinners are taking on a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Finn, what about you?
I think I'm excited to spend time with our family because when my pop was vice president, it was also an opportunity for all of us to be together and go on these family trips. Or it really brought us together in a way that I don't think we ever could have anticipated. So now that we know, we have an idea of what's going to come in the next 4 years, I'm really looking forward to being able to spend some quality time with my family.
Has your mom heard from Melania about Trump, about doing the traditional protocols?
No, I don't think they're doing the traditional protocol, which is unfortunate, but I think we're all okay with it.
Yeah. And you guys, you know Sasha and Malia, so in some ways do you feel like you've already been advised about what life is going to be like?
Well, we have had, Maisie and I and Natalie and Naomi have had the privilege of being able to see two of our friends, you know, navigate 8 years of, and what you did, and so navigate 8 years of what was really difficult, and they did so beautifully, and they came out so grounded and humble, and they're so smart and driven, so I think we can only take advice from them.
We can only hope to do
We can
as
only
well
hope
as
to do
they
as well as they did.
They just did it so beautifully.
But they've been so nice in offering advice to us and, you know, support. So it'll be weird though when they come to the White House to hang out and
I know, I'm so scared.
But the most beautiful part about the White House is the people that work there. And I'm sure y'all know from the Vice President's house that they are really the ones that make it feel like a home. So how much fun for them to see, you know, Buddy, who has been there since I was in first grade.
Is he still there?
He's still there.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I know y'all remember Buddy too.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So it's going to be, I think that's the real beauty of it. So talk to me about inauguration. What is it you think it's going to be like for your family?
I think we all just feel so grateful that we're going to be able to be together during this like super exciting and special time. Even if we were watching it on